What if death wasn't the end? Imagine a future where the essence of who you are your memories, personality, and consciousness can be captured, stored, and even uploaded to a digital platform, allowing you to live on forever. Would that be true immortality? And if so, what would it mean to live in a digital space where your body is no longer a requirement? In today's world, we are closer than ever to the idea of digital immortality. Tech pioneers and philosophers alike are grappling with the possibilities that AI and advanced brain-computer interfaces could offer in preserving human consciousness. But here's the question that truly haunts: can AI really preserve consciousness after death, or is it simply recreating a shallow echo of our being? In today's episode of AI Discourse, we're going to dive deep into the tantalizing and eerie world of digital immortality. We'll explore cutting-edge technology, the philosophy of consciousness, and the ethical dilemmas that come with trying to outsmart death itself. Stay tuned as we unravel this mind-bending concept and its implications for humanity's future. Before we go too far, let's define what we mean by digital immortality. It's not about living forever in your biological body, but rather transferring or recreating your consciousness in a digital form. This could involve uploading your brain's data to a cloud-based system, where an AI-powered replica of your mind continues to exist. Think of it as a high-tech reincarnation, only instead of a new life in a new body, it's a virtual continuation of your mind within a computer. There are a few approaches currently being explored. 1. Brain uploading or mind uploading. This is the most popular concept, where scientists aim to map and simulate the human brain's neural connections, what's often called the connectome, and recreate them in a digital form. If successful, this could allow for a digital copy of your mind to live on after your physical body has passed. 2. AI-assisted digital consciousness. Instead of mapping the brain, this approach uses advanced AI systems to learn a person's behaviors, thoughts, preferences, and memories. After death, the AI would continue to behave as the person would have, based on all the collected data. 3. Cryonics combined with AI. Some futurists believe that freezing a human body or brain, a process known as cryonics, and later restoring the individual with the help of advanced AI and nanotechnology could be a route to immortality. While these ideas sound like science fiction, many believe that, with the rapid advancements in artificial intelligence and neuroscience, digital immortality could be within reach in the next few decades. But is it really immortality? Now, here's where things get really interesting, because while the technology may soon allow us to recreate or store the data of the human brain, the question remains, can AI truly preserve consciousness? To understand this, we need to dig into the philosophy of consciousness, one of the most ancient and debated subjects in both philosophy and science. What is consciousness, really? Is it just the result of neural activities in our brain? Or is it something deeper, something uniquely human that cannot be replicated by machines? 1. Dualism versus materialism. Throughout history, philosophers have tried to answer this question in two main ways. Dualists, like Descartes, believe that the mind and body are separate entities, meaning there's a soul or non-physical essence that's independent of the brain. Materialists, on the other hand, argue that consciousness is purely the result of physical processes in the brain. If consciousness is purely material, could it be replicated if we understood those processes well enough? The challenge lies in whether a digital copy would simply act like you, or whether it would actually be you. 2. The hard problem of consciousness. Neuroscientist and philosopher David Chalmers coined the term the hard problem of consciousness to describe the difficulty in explaining how and why we have subjective experiences, our feelings, thoughts, and self-awareness. Even if we can upload our memories and behaviors, will the AI copy or experience the world as we do? Or will it just mimic us without real self-awareness? 3. The ship of Theseus paradox. This ancient thought experiment can be applied to digital immortality. If you gradually replace every part of a ship, is it still the same ship? Similarly, if we digitize aspects of our mind, memory by memory, is the digital you still you? At what point does it cease to be you and become something else entirely? These philosophical questions are at the heart of digital immortality. Can AI truly preserve the essence of what makes you you, your consciousness, or will it merely replicate behaviors and memories without capturing the true depth of human experience? From a technological perspective, digital immortality presents enormous challenges. Let's break down some of the science behind the quest for preserving consciousness. 1. Mapping the connectome. One of the first steps toward digital immortality is mapping the human brain's connectome. The connectome is essentially the wiring diagram of the brain, the neural connections that form our memories, thoughts, and actions. Some scientists believe that if we can map every connection in the brain, we can recreate those same connections digitally. However, this is no easy feat. The human brain contains over 86 billion neurons and trillions of synapses, each with unique structures and functions. So far, the only organism whose connectome has been fully mapped is a microscopic worm called C. elegans, a far cry from the complexity of a human brain. Still, advances in brain mapping technology, like functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and optogenetics, are giving researchers better insight into how brain functions correspond to neural activity. It's possible that, within our lifetime, we might see significant progress in this area. 2. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI. While today's AI is mostly specialized, designed to excel in specific tasks like playing chess or diagnosing diseases, the goal for achieving digital immortality may require artificial general intelligence, AGI. AGI would have the ability to learn, reason, and understand information at a level equal to or beyond human capacity. This would be the type of AI required to simulate a human mind fully, allowing it to evolve, adapt, and continue developing after death. However, AGI presents its own challenges. We are still far from creating machines with human-level intelligence, and there's a debate among researchers as to whether AGI is achievable, or even desirable. 3. Ethics and consent. Even if we could map a person's brain and upload their mind, there's a huge ethical dilemma. Can you consent to a digital copy of yourself living on after your death? What if your digital self evolves in ways you didn't predict or wouldn't approve of? Could your digital avatar be used against your wishes or programmed to serve commercial purposes, potentially locking you into a form of digital slavery? There's also the question of whether a person's digital consciousness would have rights. Would a digital mind need to be treated as a sentient being? How would it interact with the legal system, privacy laws, and society at large? While the full realization of digital immortality is likely decades away, several emerging technologies hint at the future possibilities. 1. AI-generated avatars. Companies like Replica and Hereafter AI are creating AI companions based on real human interactions. These avatars can chat with you, simulate conversations, and even mimic the tone and mannerisms of loved ones who have passed away. Though rudimentary, these tools are early steps toward preserving memories and personalities digitally. 2. Deep learning and predictive models. Deep learning algorithms are already being used to analyze vast amounts of data about people's lives, from their social media posts to their emails and text messages. By learning from this data, AI could eventually create highly accurate digital representations of individuals, replicas that behave like them, know their preferences, and respond to situations as they might have. 3. Neuralink. Elon Musk's Neuralink is working on developing brain-computer interfaces that could one day allow humans to interact with digital systems directly through thought. While the primary goal is medical, helping people with disabilities, it could also be a stepping stone to brain uploading. A direct link between the brain and computers might allow us to store memories externally or even transfer them to a digital medium. These technologies are raising new possibilities for digital immortality, but they also come with serious concerns about privacy, consent, and the very definition of life. As we venture deeper into the realm of digital immortality, we must grapple with profound ethical questions. Who owns your digital self? If you can live forever as data, will corporations, governments, or family members have control over your digital afterlife? There's also the issue of inequality. If digital immortality becomes a reality, will it be a privilege for the rich? Could we see a future where the wealthy continue their lives in digital utopias, while the rest of society remains tethered to their mortal bodies? Furthermore, how would this impact future generations? If immortality were achievable, would the population continue to grow unchecked? Would the digital consciousnesses of the past overshadow the lives and innovations of the living? Finally, we must ask ourselves, is this a future we want? Does the pursuit of digital immortality align with our values and ethics, or are we simply afraid of letting go of our physical existence? The quest for digital immortality lies at the intersection of science, technology, philosophy, and ethics. Whether we're on the verge of a breakthrough or still far from achieving this futuristic dream, the implications are staggering. AI could give us the power to preserve our minds and personalities in ways never before imagined, but at what cost? In today's episode of AI Discourse, we've explored the tantalizing possibilities and daunting questions surrounding digital immortality. It's a future filled with both promise and peril, and while we don't yet have all the answers, one thing is certain: the conversation is far from over. What do you think? Is digital immortality the next step in human evolution, or is it a dangerous path that could rob us of what it truly means to be human? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending discussions on the future of AI and philosophy.